when you pass along items. So have anyone here had the opportunity to read the 1 Minute Manager?
Read the what?
1 Minute Manager. It's a book called 1 Minute Manager. We're probably reading it ourselves. Right? Really, the title is 1 Minute Manager. Very important book. So if you want to write that down, it's important. It's nice, short, good read. Okay? And specifically, when you're talking about when you have a deliverable or when you have something that you're looking to accomplish or something that has to be completed, and how we can move it along in the process and follow through. And we're going to talk about that in one of our exercises. It's called the 1 Minute Manager. Very, very important. Some of the department challenges. We did a survey, and we talked a little bit about this, and we talked about some of our challenges that we deal with every day. So when you're looking at anchor letters and phone calls, what are some of the ways? What are some of the ways that it has been seen to be really productive and successful when looking at and dealing with angry calls or telephone letters? How have you dealt with some of these things? Raise hands, anyone? An angry letter or phone call. Over here in the back.
Hi, Cynthia.
Cynthia.
You apologize, you ask them how you...
But wait, Cynthia, I'm confused. What if it's not my fault? What if I didn't do it? What tell me about
It
it?
doesn't matter.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. You take ownership because you're all part of the community. So you listen, you apologize, you try to find a solution, and then you go to the person that you think might be able to help you and get back to that person.
Excellent. Simple enough, but we need to really do a lot more of that. If you heard something that I just said sarcastically, Cynthia, was I didn't do it, so why should I apologize? It's really important. Communication breaks, and when we talk about communication breaks, a lot of that goes back to, again, following through and not communicating the entire process. Where are we in the process? Where are we in the process when we're talking about a deliverable or an assignment? Communicating. Uh-oh, stressful work environment. What are some of the things, and we're going to talk about this in great detail. How do we deal with some of the stresses that come up? There are at least, we're going to talk today about 4 or 5 successful ways to deal with stress. Just want to see if we're on the same page. How do we deal with stress in our work environment? I see a hand all the way in the back there. First name is?
Peggy.
Peggy, go ahead, Peggy.
Breathing exercise.
Lovely. Breathing exercises. Very, very important. I have to, thank you, Peggy. Breathing exercises. Very important. Those of us who meditate or done yoga, you understand the importance of breathing exercises. Okay? Very similar when you go to the doctor. Something very similar and realistic like this. You then hold it for a couple of seconds and out. Very, very important. That is definitely one of the 5. Give me another one. Did you say breathing? Oh. I was in the community, and like I said, I was doing a high school presentation, right? And we're talking about this subject, and one of the students did say weed. I'm like, I did not just say weed. So, okay, so please say that now. Eat. Okay, not one of the top 5, okay, but eat. I need one more. Yes, ma'am, in the back?
Walking away from your desk.
Yes, ma'am. That is definitely in the top 5. Most of us walk away from the desk and say, most of us, just raise your hand, most of us, work at our desk even on our break. 90% of the time, not cool, not good. We need to take at least 5 minutes away from our desk a day to walk away. Very, very important. These reasons, very important. Very important. 5 minutes away from our desk. It's very, very important to get away. Take a walk outside, take a walk away. Very important. Even us workaholics, very, very important. When we talk about improving quality of service, that is so vague. Talking about improving quality of service. What are some of the things that we can do to improve the quality of service, or we have done successfully to improve the quality of service? Anyone? Raise your hand. Quality of service. Yes, ma'am. How? I like that. When you say smile, how does that improve quality of service? Okay. And it's funny you said that. I was very surprised. And your again, your name is? Peggy. Good job. All right. The proven quality of service in smiling. How the heck does the proven quality of service in this area mean? Improving quality of service smiling have to do with anything? Anyone know? All right. First exercise of the day. That was it. Did you follow me, sir? You follow me? Follow me? Can't whisper with this, right? Got it? You good? You got your board? You get your board? Excellent. Before we continue on this exercise, first I want to thank those folks who are standing up. Okay? Anyone outside of those folks who are standing up, and anyone outside of those folks who selected the folks standing up, do you know why they're standing up? So take a stab. Take a stab. You got this one. Say it again. They're not smiling. Thank you. Give me another guess. Someone give me another guess. Why are the folks standing up? Say it again. They smile. Approachable. One of the things that we really need to understand is a lot of the ways that we communicate is not verbal. A lot of the ways we communicate is not verbal. So what I did was I selected 3 people. I said, just walk around the room and select a few people who you feel are approachable. That's it. Approachable. And that's it. All right? So it's really... Thank you. It's really critical for us to understand. It's really critical for us to understand that our body language in most cases, really important that others view that in a positive way as possible. Okay, you don't necessarily have to walk around with a smile on your face like this all the time. Okay, very, very important. So if you know you're more of a serious person, you have a serious demeanor, you may have to work that extra harder to be a little bit more approachable in some cases. So just keep that in the back of our mind. Very, very important. Okay? Thank you again for that particular piece and the interaction with that. And we're going to talk about increasing the cost of education, which we do not have control over. Okay? We do not have control over. So the variables that we do not have control over, increasing cost of education, departmental challenges, how do we deal with that? What are some of the ways we can deal with that when you're interacting with others? Uh-oh. Smile. I want to come here, this is going to be interesting. First name is? Lisa. How do we deal with that?
Well, you can't adjust the cost, and you have to adjust the service.
Okay. Awesome. Una. Is Una still here?
What did she say?
She said you can't adjust the cost. You have to adjust the service. I've taught at about 6 schools within the last 5 months. That's the perfect answer. We have no control over certain variables, but we do have control over how we deal with those variables. Very, very important. Okay? So let's please keep that in mind as we go through today. Violence in the workplace. We have seen often how in the newspaper and media that it's getting really, really bad out there. Very bad out there. And from an HR perspective, it is not looking positive. So we have these meetings with our staff every quarter as much. And what are these meetings basically talking about is how we interact with others, how we interact with our stakeholders. Because in most cases, it's how we relate to others and how we communicate to others. Okay? Very, very important. Recession, back to the increasing cost of education, losing homes, these are some of the challenges and things that are happening out there. Unemployment rate skyrocketing, single households, and we deal with this all the time. And cost of living increases. Now, intergenerational differences. We're going to talk a little bit about that. Before I give you the real-world example and a textbook example, let's see how good we are. I'm liking the lawyer now. This is good stuff. So, intergenerational differences. What the heck is that? It's a big, long, hard term. Anyone, take a stab. First name is? Suzanne. What do you mean by that?
I would say some generations mean older would be more active, maybe verbally, whereas younger would be more texting, emailing, that kind of thing.
Excellent, excellent. And the HR term, politically correct term, is mature workforce. Got that? Mature workforce. That's us, okay? So, really, really important. How often have you talked to a stakeholder and throughout the conversation, they're on a laptop or a cell phone? And the entire transaction, it's really, really important for us to understand the differences. Not right nor wrong. But if you're communicating, you're dealing with a transaction with someone and you need their attention, ask for their attention in a polite and kind way. So, a polite and kind way. What is a polite and kind way? How do we approach that when you're dealing with someone and they're on their BlackBerry or on their telephone and you're trying to do a transaction or interaction or communicate with them? Anyone, give me an example. Oh, I heard laughter. A little bit concerned with that. How do we deal with that? Say someone said something over here. What was the answer? You don't have to keep going, okay? We talk about bodies in the workplace, okay? Okay, all right. Outside of get off the ring phone, okay? How do we deal with a person who's communicating with us? Yes, ma'am, first name is? Grace. Yes, ma'am. Absolutely, absolutely. Smile and offer just to wait until they're done. Very, very important. Good approach. There's one more though, a little bit better than that one, Grace. What else you can say? Someone else, what else can we say? And we're going to move to the younger workforce. You're using your cell phone, which you're not doing now, thank you very much. And you're doing a transaction with someone. How would you like to be approached? You wouldn't want to be approached, okay? Because you're being interrupted. Okay, fantastic, that was the answer. So, our younger generation is saying that I don't want to be approached. I can multitask. I don't need to give you 100% of my attention. I can give you 50% and I can do this 50%. How do we deal with that? Very good. More mature workforce, what you got? How do right, how do we deal with that? No, we're not getting on the cricket phone. How do we deal with that? Yes, ma'am. First name is? Carmel. One word. Excellent. Excellent. I like excuse me. I like excuse me. I like excuse me. But you want to get Carmel what? What? With a face. What? Yes. Got it. Awesome. Awesome. Listen, we can, I'm going to come back to that. That is actually number one. I'm going to talk a little bit about that. What are we going to say, sir? First name is? Wow, Paul here. Okay. I like that. I like that. Notice my responses to folks who are close but not there. Positive, right? Father Gabriel, I like that. However, that can incite some discourse to the younger generation. Okay? All right. We're going to go here so far. Yes, ma'am, in the back.
The person is talking on the phone. I will just politely tell the person we shall proceed on after you have finished your conversation, your phone call.
Okay. And my mature workforce, well, again, including myself, and a younger generation says, okay. All right. Someone up here is going to say something. Yes, ma'am. First name? Mary. Okay. This is why, I like that, we did that, now that I'm working, right? This is why, this is important for us, okay? I like the answer, confrontational. I like the answer, confrontational. Yeah, we have some problems, right? Just want to make sure, Now, let's go back to the number one answer, okay? We cannot, first we need to understand, we cannot, in most cases, change behavior. For our younger generation, those cell phones is part of their behavior. Okay? It is definitely rude. It is definitely, they do not think that behavior is rude. But we have a task. We have to accomplish. And we have to accomplish it in the best, polite way. So, say that one more time, please. That's it. Then, wait, I gotta wait. Okay, so I will wait. But so far, that's it. Our task is to get the response we need and make sure that they understand. Okay, let's wait. I gotta wait over here.
I think they're smarter than we think they are.
They are very smart.
Because it depends on the situation.
Okay.
In our office, for example, when they need to come, and we work for financial aid. So in our office, they come to ask for money or something like that. They pay attention. They're never So we don't have that issue. We don't have that issue.
But we're going to have issues in other departments. Okay, you're right. This is important to them. Okay? Exactly. This is important to them. Very important. Okay? Yes, sir. First name is?
Joseph.
Joseph.
I think it's an issue too of perception, where a lot of times where students will be on that phone, maybe doing something that's pertinent to the conversation, and they're actually looking something up that you may be talking to them about. So asking them, oh, what are you looking up on your phone right now? They may be looking up an email that got sent to them by a professor, by a different office to show it to you.
You said your first name is Joseph?
Yes.
He's like the younger generation. That's an excuse. That does not work.
I've seen it happen in my office multiple times.
Listen, I said you pull up the student advocate, I can understand that, okay? But they're being rude. However, again, we have a deliverable we have to do. I like that. We have to, I'm going to think positive. I'm going to think they're on their cell phone and they're working trying to get the right response or whatever it is. I'm going to think positive. Okay? Okay. One more thing before we move forward. Yes, ma'am.
Can you disarm them?
Elisa, thank you very much today. She just said, can we disarm